Hello, my name is Rose J. Percy, and I use she, her pronouns. I also have a Substack called A Gentle Landing if you're interested in poetic and spiritual reflections. Today I am reflecting on the Combahee River Collective Statement, specifically Section 4, which reflects on the importance of solidarity across differences. And to do so, I want to take you back to a moment in my life 6 years ago when I was having dinner with a woman of color author who worked in white-led justice spaces. And I was with a colleague of mine who questioned her about, the white centering in her methodology. And she was describing the plot of the movie, The Imitation Game, which follows the story of these English code breakers during World War II. And she said, sacrifices had to be made to win the war. And I was young then in my understanding of justice work, coalition building, the world, the limitations of my own body. But that conversation lingered with me and made me uneasy for a long time. It was bone-chilling to think that there are some who would find life on a path that centers whiteness at the expense of Black life towards some goal that would justify the cost of those lives. And I think of the image of the panopticon, which is a circular prison from the utilitarian philosopher Jeremy Bentham. And in this panopticon, we have a tower in the center, and inside of it, there's the perceived or actual gaze of the guard, who we know through various oppressions. And from our individual cells, we experience what is happening to us as an individual phenomenon. And even in spaces that focus on direct action, changing policies, centering anti-Blackness, and naming white supremacy, there can be this utilitarian ethic that isolates us into thinking only of ourselves and our identity groups. We feel forced to pick and choose which issues we center, fearing we might overcomplicate the demands. But we must reject this way of thinking and move beyond towards an imagination that does not leave anyone behind. So in the years since that conversation, I have stumbled out of the silo that I found myself in and the work that centered the white gaze and white feelings, white agendas and glass ceilings. And I'm glad today to have the work of Black feminists and womanists, especially the Combahee River Collective Statement, to draw on their ethic, which has helped me reject the imitation games that I've inherited. And the statement says clearly, in the practices of our politics, we do not believe that the end always justifies the means. Many reactionary and destructive acts have been done in the name of achieving correct political goals. As feminists, we do not want to mess over people in the name of our politics. In a collection called A Burst of Light and Other Essays, Audre Lorde asked, where does our power lie, and how do we school ourselves to use it in service of what we believe? She also asks, how can we use each other's differences in our common battles for a livable future? These questions arose from her as she was considering solidarity with Black women and women of color around the world. And she said, I had to reach down inside myself to find what it was we could share. And so as we look down, deep down inside of ourselves to find what it is that we share, I want to leave you with this poem from the collection called The Black Imagination by Natasha Marin. The children of the panopticon have asked for hammers. They have taken up roots, breaking glass. The children of the panopticon have asked for mortar. They are building homes. The children of the panopticon have asked for scissors. They are cutting each rope still dangling from trees. The children of the panopticon have been running naked, free of chains, free of prying eyes, no longer prey. We are no longer prey. We are building homes. We are breaking glass. We are giving way to our voice. We are free.